Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to our elders and apostles of Jim as a great millstone of teaching the world well. Shalom, shalom. And this is Brother Nabali here with another lesson. All right. And this is an article right here that's from the whitehouse.gov. All right. And pretty much, it gets in, get into pretty much the Motb, all right, being implemented, all right, through the 6G. So that's why it says here, winning the 6G race, all right, and this is for edification purposes only, all right, and so let's get to it, okay. As you can see, it says here, subject winning the 6G race, okay. And it says, by the authority vested in me as president, all right, by the Constitution of the laws, the United States of America, I hereby direct, all right. And this is a statement, all right, that was made from DJ Trump, okay, aka Nero, all right, who we believe, in the spirit is Nero reincarnated, all right. It says, the generation of mobile communication network 6G will be um, foundational to the national security, foreign policy, and economic prosperity of the United States. This technology will play a pivotal role in development and adoption of emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, and implantable technologies. 6G will also provide faster, more resilient, and more secure communication networks that can be utilized for national security and public safety purposes. All right, but the key thing I wanted to point out here, all right, says there, boom, implantable technologies, man. All right, it clearly says implantable technologies. All right, let's look up what this word implantable means right here. All right, let's look up implantable, define. Let's see what it says here. It says of artificial object capable of being designed to be implanted in a person's body. Okay, so that's Esau Edom's plan. All right, that's Esau Edom's plan. That's Revelations 13 and 16 right there. Okay, matter of fact, let's go there to Revelations 13 and 16. Let's go to the book of Revelations 13 and 16, man, because you got a lot of false prophets out there, man, that are deceiving many. Okay, a lot of false prophets that are out there deceiving many. All right, this is Revelations 13 and 16. And it says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, you see? And it says, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. So the scriptures clearly tell you right here, man. All right. And what's that mark? Let's get into what that mark is. All right. It's pretty self-explanatory right here, man. It's a simple concept to understand, but yet you got these other camps out there, all right, that are saying that the RFID CHIP is not the mark, all right. You won't be able to buy or sell without that RFID CHIP, and we just read, all right, that implantable technologies, and the word implant, pretty much means, artificial technology, to be implanted into a person. Let's look up this word mark here. Okay, it says a stamp, an imprinted mark. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand as the badge of followers of the Antichrist or Anti-Hamashiach. Okay. It says the mark branded upon horses. It says things carved, sculpted, or graven work of idolatrous images. All right, because if you take that RFID hip, all right, you're pretty much, you're worshiping that beast system. All right, that beast system, you're conforming to the image of that beast system, man. Okay, and pretty much you're pretty much saying, Esau Edom, all right, is your God. All right, and that's his mark. All right, that's Esau Edom's mark. All right, to pretty much, say, that he owns you. All right, that you're willing to be his slave. All right, and the word is karagma. Now you go into here, karax, right? A pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. All right, so a pale, a stake, a palisade. All right, that's something, that you're pierced with. All right, it says root word etymology, sharpen to a point, akin through the idea of scratching. All right, so pretty much, all right, a palisade, is a sharp object. All right, a stake. All right, and that's something impale something with. All right, so that's likened to this RFID hit, man. They're gonna take a syringe, all right, and they're gonna stick it, all right, in one of your in one of your hands, all right, whether it's your left or your right hand, it don't matter which hand it is. All right, it doesn't matter which hand it is. You take that market, that Motb, all right, Yahweh Bashim Shai is, you're through. He's gonna judge you for that. All right, point blank period. You have no hope for any type of salvation. All right, if you bow the knee to Baal. All right, so I mean, you got a lot of these prophets out here, man, that are not speaking truths, man. All right, that are speaking damnable heresies, which we'll get that. All right, so let's read Revelations 13 and 16, man, because the prophecy's right out the door, man. It's right in your face. Yeah, you got Jake, you got Jake fucking around, man. All right, not taking this gospel serious. All right, you got a lot of scoffers out there, man. Okay, so it says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, so let's get back to this article real quick. All right, we're going to read this again. All right, we're going to start right here in the middle. It says the technology will play a pivotal role in the development and adoption of emergency technologies in artificial intelligence, robotics, and implantable technologies, man. Implantable technologies, man. That's the Motb. That is the Motb, man. Okay. Let's. Hey, man. There's a bunch of false prophets out here, man. Period. Let's go to There's a few that I want. I think there's one in Jeremiah. Let's see. Yeah, Jeremiah 14 and 14. All right. It says here. It says, then Yahweh Shai said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. All right, which that's what a lot of these false prophets are doing. They're prophesying lies. They're speaking lies, man. All right, saying that the Motb is white women. The Motb is embargo. All right, saying all these all these bullshit lies, man. All right, it says, I sent them not. Or Yahweh Shai didn't send these prophets. It says, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you false visions, man. That's a false vision. All right. False vision, the vision getting into prophecies, man, and divination, and a thing of not, and deceit of their heart, man. All right. Ultimately, man, they're doing it from the deceit of their heart, man. They're you got a lot of these false prophets out there, man. A lot of these camps, man, that take that bag, man. All right. And ultimately, man, them taking that bag, and them having, a bunch of these followers, man, what the scriptures say, the blind lead the blind to a ditch. All right, leading to destruction, man. That's ultimately what these false prophets are doing. But the blood is going to be on their hands, man. All right. Let's get let's see let's get Matthew 7 and 15 right here. It says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep clothing, and inwardly they are ravaging wolves. All right. That's a lot of these other camps out there, these false prophets in these camps. All right, these false prophets, they're sheep is docile, a sheep is harmless. All right, they got that outward appearance, that they're harmless, that they're they mean good, but yet in the inside, they got bad intentions, man. All right, they're like ravaging wolves. All right, with bad intentions, man, looking to throw you off your game, man. Looking to devour you and get you destroyed. All right. So let's see. There was another one that I wanted. Is it in Luke? Yeah, no. Second Peter 2:1. Here it is. It says, "But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies," man. And that's what they're teaching. They're teaching damnable heresies, man. All right, teaching lies, man. Not speaking the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Not speaking what the scriptures say, but speaking according to their own heart, to their own mind. All right, filling their own bellies. All right, doing it for the mammon. All right, it says even denying Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that bought them. All right, and bring upon themselves swift destruction, man. So ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to destroy these false prophets, man, and then he's already doing that. All right, Yahweh Bashim Shai, he's already killing these false prophets, man. All right, so ultimately, man, these false prophets out here teaching these lies is going to be to the swift destruction. All right. Um, 1 John 4:1 says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, and try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh Bashim Shai, because many false prophets are going out into the world, man." All right, many false prophets have gone out into the world, man, and it's set up like that. All right, it's set up like that. Okay, it's set up like that. Yahweh Bashim Shai has a set up, so he could what's that scripture? Pretty much, Yahweh Bashim Shai got it set up to where he whether he's dealing with you or not dealing with you, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. Yahweh Bashim Shai is has blinded those not to understand and not to see these prophecies. All right, let's get this blind lead blind. Um, yeah, this is Luke 6:39. It says, and he spake a parable unto them. Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not fall into a ditch? All right. Can the blind lead the blind? And shall they not fall into the ditch? All right. No, that's not the one I wanted. Is it let them alone? Oh, it's Matthew 15:14. Slakia. But I mean, it's the same thing. But it says, "Let them alone." It says, "They be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch." All right. So ultimately, man, you got these false prophets are speaking false visions, are speaking false prophecies. All right, to the people. All right, to the Israelite congregation. All right, their followers. All right, but ultimately, that's going to lead to their destruction. All right, and that's going to lead to the destruction of their followers as well. But this is all set up like that, So Yahweh Bashi Shai, is it's set up like that. So Yahweh Bashi Shai, could pretty much judge the people that he doesn't want. Okay, the scriptures tell you, that no man shall pluck them out, his hands, man, meaning the elect. All right. So the elect aren't going to be deceived. All right, in this time. Okay. Let's get the book of what is it? Second Esdras. Was it 9 and 5? Oh, Slakia. Second Esdras 9 and 5, and we could end off with that. All right. Second Esdras 9 and verse 5, and it says, uh, Yeah, 95 says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, man. All right, the end was declared from the beginning. All right, the end was declared from the beginning, man. All right, the scriptures tell you that. All right, it says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs, man. All right, the signs are there, and it says, and everyone that shall that it says everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, man. All right, that's the only way you're gonna get delivered, man, by your works. All right, by your faith, man, and believing. All right, you got 2/3 of these people out here that don't believe, man, the false prophets. All right, that don't believe that the Motb is the RFID hit, man. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai Shai is going to get the last word, man. All right, he's going to get the last word at the end of the day. Yahweh Shai is going to. The scriptures say that his words are faithful and true. All right, his words are faithful and true. It says, roughly paraphrasing, let every man be a liar, and the words of Yahweh Shai, you know, be true, man. All right. So these prophecies are taking place, man. All right, these prophecies are taking place, man. And man, matter of fact, let's end off with the book of Habakkuk. Let's end off with the book of Habakkuk, man. Let's the book of Habakkuk 2, and we'll start at 1. All right. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and it says, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I say, and what I shall answer when I reproved. And Yahweh Shai answered me and said, write the vision. All right, the vision are these prophecies, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, man. All right, Yahweh Shai is making, these prophecies plain upon tables, man. But obviously he blinded those that he doesn't want. All right, it says that he may run, that he may run and Slakia, that he may run that readeth it, man. All right, run with this, with these, run with it, man. Run with these prophecies, man. Hold on to these prophecies. All right, because Yahweh Shema Shai, has set up our elders and apostles, man. All right, has set up these men, all right, to show us the way, man. All right, to reveal these things unto us. Yahweh Shema Shai reveal these things, unto his service the prophets, man. All right, and they reveal it, and they were revealed unto us, starting with the elder apostle to hard on down, man. It says, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, this prophecy is not tarrying one bit. It's not lagging one bit, man. All right, it's here, man. It's here. All right. Like I said before, man, you got a lot of these camps, man, just fucking around, man. All right. Until Yahweh Shai brings judgment, starts killing these niggas, man. All right. So, hey, man, it's right here, man. Plain upon tables, right here, man. Plain upon tables. Implantable technologies, man. Right here. Boom. There's no way around this. All right. There is no way around this, Jake. No way, man. So to you false prophets out there, man, Yahweh Shai is going to deal with y'all, man. All right. Your swift judgment is coming. All right. So with that being said, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. All right. This is Brother Nabala. Until the next lesson, Shalom.